Hollywood Child Protection Act ignored, and here's why. It's important. This is really important, so I want everybody to share this, and I'm going to put the article link below. Exclusive, one of the key California laws to protect child actors from sexual predators has gone largely ignored and unenforced since it was enacted 5 years ago. The law requires publicists, managers, acting coach, and headshot photographers who work with children to be fingerprinted and pass an FBI background check to screen out registered sex offenders. Only then will they be able to be issued a child performer service permit. And this is to protect the children, of course, because we know that there's pedos in Hollywood. A Deadline investigation, however, has found that not a single Hollywood publicist who represented a child actor has obtained a permit. Dozens of managers, acting coaches, photographers who work with children also failed to comply with the law, which is punishable by a year in jail, $10,000 fine, and yet no one has ever been charged for breaking it. Disgraceful. We need to actually do something. I can't believe nobody has been charged and it's been enforced for 5 years. This is absolutely disgusting. The law, AB 1660, prohibits registered sex offenders from representing or providing specific services to an artist performer under the age of 18. Fingerprints and FBI background checks are required to ensure the registered sex offenders don't skirt the law by working with underage names. Very important. The law was enacted to keep men like Robert Villard from entering, or his cast re-entering, the industry after being convicted of a sex crime. Villard, in fact, was a poster pedophile for the law, specifically targeted. For many years, he was a publicist, manager, acting coach, and photographer of child actors, some of whom go on to become major movie stars. But he also had a long history of sex crimes against children. Disgusting. In 1987, he was convicted of possessing child pornography, but the conviction was overturned on an appeal. He was arrested again in 2001 after the police raided his home and turned up thousands of photos of scandalous clad boys in sexual suggestion positions. He pled no contest to the misdemeanor and was sentenced. This is disgusting. Villard sometimes operates under the assumed name Bob Mulker, continued to work with children until he was busted in 2005. Absolutely disgusting. This is time pleading no contest to committing a lewd act on a 13-year-old boy whom he was giving acting lessons. He served 7 years in prison and got out before the bill was signed, the AB 1660, into law September of 2012. This man is disgusting. How in the heck did he become, Hollywood, come on. Bill Perez, co-founder of Anne Harry, the lead sponsor of the AB 1660, said the law was designed to protect child actors from convicted pedophiles like Villard. Before this, there was nothing to stop him from returning to the industry and starting the abuse cycle over again, said Deadline. We want something to prevent this from happening. She was told, telling Deadline. I can't believe this crap. This is just ridiculous. This needs to be enforced. It needs to be enforced like yesterday. Martin West, a professional manager to many young stars like Corey Feldman, got out of jail shortly before the law went into effect, having served 6 months after pleading no contest to 2 counts of oral something, I can't say the word, but with an 11-year-old boy whose career he was managing. Like Villard, he too operated under fake names. And then they list a couple of the fake names that he had. But if either of them tries to apply under a fake name for a permit to represent a child actor again, their fingerprints will give them away. Jason James Murphy, a convicted pedophile who already spent 5 years in prison for kidnapping and molesting an 8-year-old boy, was arrested just a few days after West. After getting out of prison, Murphy came back to Hollywood, where he worked as a casting assistant. See, these people keep on coming into the industry. We know they're pedophiles, and for some reason, this industry keeps bringing them in to destroy these kids' lives. We already know about Corey Feldman. We know about these other actors that are coming out, and this needs to absolutely stop. This needs to be enforced. I am sick of this crap. Come on, he was arrested in December 2011 for failing to use the name under which he was registered sex offender. But the judge dismissed the case, saying that Murphy had not attempted to conceal his identity, which he did, even though he was working with children under the professional name of Jason James. Brian Peck is another registered sex offender. Now, see, like, that is concealing your identity. If you're changing your name, and that's bullcrap, Judge Murphy, you called that wrong, and you put more kids into that's. But anyway, let's go on to Brian Peck, which is another perverted pedo in Hollywood. This stuff goes on, people. Why isn't it being enforced? I'm enraged. I think everybody should be, because I can't understand. Anyway, Brian Peck is another registered sex offender who the law was designated to keep away from child actors. Peck, now 57, spent 16 months in jail after being convicted in 2004 for performing lewd acts and oral on a child under the age of 16. His victim was a young boy Peck had been giving private acting lessons at home. The cases helped propel the AB 1660 through the legislation and into the governor's desk for a signature. At the time, the bill's author, Assemblywoman Nora Compass, said that under the existing law, talent agents are regulated. However, casting directors, managers, photographers are not. This loophole makes it very easy for predators to gain access to children working in the entertainment industry. This is part one. I'm going to come back with part two, but this is absolutely disgusting. This needs to end. Cops, enforce this crap. Enforce it now.